Welcome to the video. The best carbon money can buy. There's just nothing comes close. First of all, just want to talk about this seat quickly. Am I a fan? Just because I'm not a fan or am a fan doesn't mean you will be. This is from 3 West Design, and so it's a bit of exposure for them. It does have potential. I'm just playing with it. So, but again, saddles are personal preference, all right? So what works for me might not work for you, and what vice versa. This is the Pragma Glycogen. This is my brand. This is the best. This is the most proven carbon fiber bike on the market. Nothing has been ridden more than these frame sets. Now, I source these from a reputable manufacturer in China who make for some big brands. Part of my contract is I'm not allowed to talk about that online. So these, if you look closely, you can probably tell what other brands this brand makes for. Because that's what basically people do, is big companies, they just buy bikes from China and they pay for a different mold or whatever, but it's the same workers, it's the same carbon. But what I like about this one is the seat post, 27.2. If you have a seat post problem, easy to fix. The bottom bracket is BSA. Look at that. Look at that. That's just a standard BSA bottom bracket. Alright? So if you have any problems, you can get a bottom bracket just about anywhere. Every bike shop knows how to work on that. So that's the most durable bottom bracket design. The most durable seat post design, 27.2. Perfect amount of flex, perfect amount of stiffness, just right. 27.2 is the industry best ever. Standard seat post clamp. I even had a super light one on there in Malaysia, and I stripped the bolt. I went downstairs to another bike shop, boom. You know what I mean? If I had some proprietary, that's why I don't do proprietary. What does proprietary mean? The bolt's under here, it's got a special shape seat post. If you break it, then you're stranded. You're stranded. Fork. Standard taper fork. Standard taper fork. Nothing fancy there. No splits in it, no wanky dankies. Standard stem. You know what I mean? Just standard stuff, and super light and super proven. This new stuff that other brands are doing, they have to do that for some signature look, but long term, it's proprietary. It means if you have a problem with it. If let's say I'm riding my bike down here, boom, a cat runs out, or a dog, and I hit that and I crash it and snap my fork. This fork I can sell you for, maybe under $200, including paint and shipping. All right. Now other brands will sell you a fork for maybe $1,000, and it's come from the same factory. So why pay more? So this bike is about 6.6 kilo with pedals, so it's illegal. It's Duranrider's illegal bike, and it goes really, really well. We've got an absolute black 4630 on there, and it's just, it's just a standard sort of derailleur hanger configuration on there. Nothing fancy. Just stuff that works. Now, I don't recommend buying bikes from AliExpress. I don't recommend buying it from certain websites. I can't say which websites, which brands, but I've bought some of those frames, or they've given me frames, and I've looked inside the frame, especially inside the fork steerer, and I'm like, I'm not going to ride this. I can't sell this, all right? So buyer beware. There's people out there who sell cheaper bikes, but I wouldn't ride them. I wouldn't ride them. Do you want to risk your health for, save a couple of $100 or whatever? And then where's the support? Where's the coaching? These bikes come with my coaching group. So you have some critics out there who live at home with mum and watch every one of my moves and try and talk shit about Duranrider or whatever. And you can listen to those critics who don't have any fitness and they're just angry, bitter stalkers. Or you can get the best results, follow my advice, get my product, and it's simple. And I basically get these at a price that, because I'm shipping so many of them, no one can get it cheaper than this. I mean, unless you're a big brand, unless you bought as many as I do, But I sell so many of these, they're getting passed around. You can have them with stickers or without, whatever. A lot of people just want the clean skin look, and it's fantastic. So thanks for your support. This is the Pragma Glycogen, the most proven bike out there. The geometry as well is, I can say who uses the geometry. Merida use it, Cannondale use it, Specialized have used it, Cervelo's used it, Pinarello's used it. This geometry is the most successful racing geometry. If you want something a bit more cruisy, you can just flip the stem. And if you want to do more TTs, you can flip the stem back down. So you see this here, I've got long and low. Seat slam forward. on my typical setup, I have the 0 degree seat post. So this bike's very versatile. It goes bike packing with the gears. It's built for crit racing, and it's at a price that's actually affordable. It's actually affordable, and it weighs super light. You could definitely get lighter, but with lightness, you get more flexy, and also if you crash it, it will break a lot easier. So I recommend the perfect sweet spot for a frame is between, depending on the size, if you're running a 45 or a 61, you're going to be between 850 grams. Anything less than 850 grams, I really think you're sacrificing durability when you could just save another 100 grams in your tubes or your quick releases, all right? So it's a bit of a race to the bottom trying to get the lightest frame, because then you sacrifice durability. So I recommend at least 900 to 1100 grams for a frame. Carbon frame is going to be more durable. It's going to have a better ride quality. It's going to flex less, right? There's ways you can save weight on your body, or just save it on your inner tubes or your tires or your chain rings, or your cassette maybe even. So there's better ways to save weight than taking it out of your frame. But anyway, this is the best carbon bike. You link me down below a better bike than this, I'll buy it. I'll sell it. That you can't. I've ridden them all. Look how many bikes I've got. People say, why do you ride Trek and Specialized and Pinarello and Colnago? And I ride these bikes because I like to compare. And we've struck it gold here. These Chinese carbon OEM frames that I'm selling, nothing beats it. This is the pinnacle. This is as good as it gets. It doesn't get better. It gets different. It gets different paints and different price tags, but it doesn't get better. This is as good as it gets. All right? This is as good as it gets. Get your custom paint, get the free coaching with it. Why pay more? Why pay more? Shop support? Shop support. A lot of shops these days just get like snuffy-nosed brats working in there, It's so, yeah, it depends, I mean, obviously that's an exception, but, I think that's a general rule, but you know what I mean. Sometimes it's good to be your own mechanic, learn your stuff, learn your trade. But these are the best bikes out there. I've brought them to market, and people say, do you do disc? I do the gravel bike, the Pragma Mawson, made by another incredible factory in China, very reputable, who makes for the big brands. Can't say, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't put, these forks are like 320 grams. I wouldn't put disc brakes on any lightweight road fork from any brand. I don't think that's safe long term. We already see fails from Cervelo, Specialized, Cannondale, Recoil forks and carbon forks. I don't think a carbon fork this lightweight should have discs on it. It doesn't make sense to me. I think we're going to see recoils a lot more in the future. So I'm just sticking with rim for road, disc for gravel, and my gravel disc brake fork is about 450 grams. It's just more carbon ply. It's got a better, stronger layup in it. All right, it's designed for it. Super light forks with discs, I don't think that's a smart idea. You see these 800 gram frames with discs, and I was like, man, that's just going to break down the track. It's going to go to landfill. But, I mean, one cool thing with carbon is you can fix it. You can fix it. Let's say I cracked it through here from a crash, fix it. But if you're trying to fix the brake mounts, it's got to be really fine-tuned, because otherwise your rotor's going to be rubbing. So again, more problems. These bikes are the least problems. If you want a bike with less head fucks, then get one of mine. Simple as that. You got any questions, hit me up down below. The Pragma Glycogen. What a ripper. What a ripper.